Welcome to another edition of Mr. Nice Guy. I'm Ben Slowey. Today on the show, I have really dope rapper out here in Milwaukee. His name is Chris Cunningham. He goes by YL64. His latest album is Rose Gold Mutt. It just dropped, streaming everywhere a couple weeks ago. One of the best Milwaukee hip-hop albums of the year so far. And his song Lately also preceded it too, which is not on the album, but
yeah,
it's also got a dog on the cover.
That's like from like 2014. I was just testing out how quick the music would go on all the social sites.
Oh shit!
And also really like that song, so I just decided to put it out. I didn't even talk about it. I just released it, never looked. So
well, shit. I mean, hey, it's out there. It's out there for you to enjoy. So yeah, dude, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Yeah, dude. How was your day today?
It was alright. I woke up, smoked, played 2K.
Typical, yeah.
Yeah, this is my first day off in like 14 days. So.
Yeah, damn. What do you do at Jack's American Pub?
Yeah, I bar back there.
Sure.
Basically, just like stock the beer, clean the glasses. It's like easy work. It's just strenuous from time, and also serve at a different restaurant and shit. But
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to Jack's a couple times. I'm not like really big on the bars on Brady, but like a couple times I've been in Jack's, it's like it seemed like a bunch of people just like standing around and just yelling. Like that's kind of the culture of Jack's.
It's pretty much it.
Yeah.
That's it. Like
no one's even dancing, they're just standing.
You'd be surprised. There's some people dancing. It's interesting to watch, especially from behind the bar. I'll be like high and then just watching it and just like
yeah,
go about my day. I've been working there a while. It's kind of like white noise to me. I don't really pay attention to everybody else. I just focus on my job and try to get that shit done.
for sure.
Yeah. Well, otherwise I'd be sitting there and like flabbergasted and appalled by a lot of different shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I imagine just working in the service industry is great for people watching. I work at Company Brewing and I'm in the kitchen, so like I don't get to really like see a lot of people like when I'm working, but like it's still nice to get a glimpse of just like, you know, people getting their drink on and just especially the karaoke nights. Those are fun as fuck.
Oh yeah, I go to karaoke at Nomad on Brady a lot just to like joke around. I'll be doing chop suey just to throw people off. It's like why is he doing chop suey?
Yeah. Yeah, shit. That's that one's a classic. That one brings it back. Well, let's start drinking. We got a Cuervo, the gold kind.
For real, let's go. No, but
yeah. Well, yeah. Thanks for getting this on short notice.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry I got Sprite. It's literally the best option.
Oh, don't apologize for getting Sprite.
I don't think that's a good mix-up for tequila.
No? What would you say is good?
I like squirt with tequila, especially Jose Cuervo, but like...
Sure.
Sprite, nah.
Well, man,
but it is the best option, so...
Yeah. I mean, I'm not picky, dude. I don't really ever drink this shit, like, by choice anyway, but drinking it because it's here. So.
Alright. Well, yeah, I like tequila. It's not my favorite either, but I like drinking it.
Word.
And I didn't even drink any on C Complimento, so...
Well, cheers.
It's not my culture to it, like... It's weird. I just don't want to appropriate or do
Yeah.
something like that. And like,
Yeah.
really, it's about a revolutionary war or something like that. I kind of did my research about it last year, and then just like, actually, like, I didn't care. I just want to make my money for that day. Like, I did drink that day, but it was whiskey.
Right.
I like whiskey.
And at that point, it's just like any other night of drinking, right? Yeah.
Big fan of keep that same energy no matter what's going on.
Oh, totally. And like, and the same thing with St. Paddy's Day. Like, obviously different story and different culture, but it's still like everyone pretends to be Irish for a day and like is just drinking themselves silly. And it's like I have some Irish blood, so like my family always, every St. Paddy's Day we would have corned beef and cabbage, like the you know, the traditional like dinner. But like, yeah, I feel like instead of, you know, throwing on a bunch of like appropriating shit like a sombrero or something like people do like on Cinco de Mayo, it's just like, why don't you just treat it like any other day of drinking? You know?
Exactly, and why wear a sombrero, and especially if you're a Trump supporter. Like, I know people who come in at Jack's who are Trump supporters, and like I see them wearing Mexican hats, and I'm just like, well,
Yeah.
you're misguided.
Yeah, right. No, it just kind of like, I'll drink a lot. It's just kind of, it's counterintuitive. But we're not here to talk about everything that's wrong with Cinco de Mayo. We're here to talk about love and fear. That is the theme of Mr. Nice Guy, and I really like talking to recording artists about this topic because I like to break down sort of what, just like kind of what those things mean in their music. And especially because this was such a fresh project that you dropped recently, you know, I definitely want to kind of analyze sort of like the whole conception of the project, Rose Gold Mutt, and how you've evolved from an artist, like from how you started to now, and all that jazz. So first and foremost, I want you to talk a little bit about just kind of like what made you choose to embark on the path of hip hop and just making music.
All right. Well, believe it or not, I grew up in the church home, so like I was just raised around like gospel to like 2005. Like I lived with my granddad and shit because my mom had me at a young age.
Yeah.
So she couldn't like whatever. My granddad just took me in, who was a pastor.
Yeah.
So, but I would always like, this is back when I lived in Detroit. I would always like hang around my dad sometimes though. And eventually my mom moved out here, and then I moved out here to be with my mom or whatever. And I just started noticing like hip hop. Like Pharrell was like one of the first artists I started to notice. It really got me into like liking music, and like Lil Wayne's mixtapes got me into liking music. And I was just always hanging around my family, like being introduced to all different types of shit. Like back when Soulja Boy was first came out, like I was like one of everything, and like
2007.
Yeah, like from there I was just like it's something I just found out about, and like because I really didn't like listen to it like that growing up, I just fell in love with it, and from there I just found myself doing it, and then I met people who taught me how to do it, and from there I've just been making my own stride, like, and I mean not taught, but like gave me fucking like tips and tricks and shit like that, and really helped me grow. Like shout out to the homies.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
of course. I was talking to, I had the guys from Rose Gold Events on, or Alex Keys and Brian Gorlick, shout out those guys, had them on the show 2 episodes ago, but we were talking about just the whole idea of just like being trash, like when you start to being now, where it's like where you, even though you're so much farther from, like on your path than you were like when you first started, like, you know, you still like can think you're trash in some ways. Do you feel like you get that at all, like as an artist, like where you're like kind of critical, like self-critical?
I think everything I make is trash sometimes. That's how I feel. Like I always feel like I can do better. Like especially like when I record something, like I put so much time and effort before I do record, and like rehearsing and trying to figure out different ways I can approach it. And like when I finally do record it, and like I take my studio time serious, so I'm in there like trying to do everything I can to make that one song better. Like I have in mind to make like, I'll buy like 2 or 3 hours of studio time and probably only come up with 2 or 3 songs because I want to spend so much time like working on stuff and make it better. But I just take that so seriously.
Yeah.
But my early shit was trash. It definitely was trash. I was like a mix of Lil B and Tyler the Creator when I first came out. Oh, yeah. Like I just did not care. I was like too based with it, and then like I was off rhythm, and I just carried on to my like kind of off rhythm kind of style rapping. But there's definitely some shit I have like saved on my MacBook. I'll show you one day.
Yes.
I did a rap over You're a Jerk.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's like my favorite from back then.
Yeah.
I'll listen to that shit actually, and then like listen to all my mixtapes I had, and then like I'll listen to everything I had building up to what finally made Rose Gold. And I do appreciate the growth. And like my friends will all say like, yo, bro, yeah, you definitely being more yourself in your music than you've been before. And it means a lot. Like, I just genuinely love music, and I don't really care about, like, anything else as much as I like music.
Yeah. Man, I relate. Obviously not, I'm not no musician, but I commend that a lot for like constantly thinking about how like you can, better your craft and everything. Cause like I think about that like all the time. I'll be watching over my episodes that I record, and like as I'm watching through it, like watching myself talk, watching myself with my mannerisms and how many tangents I go off, I'm like, man, I'm trash. I'll be thinking like, damn, I could have done this better, or like I need to work on this, and like and it stings even more when people point it out to me, like when my mom will watch my episodes and she'll be like, just a little advice, like why don't you do this next time, and like it stinks because I know she's right. I know that because usually like her instinct is in my best interest, and I'm thinking, well, she'll she's like, for example, things like my posture gets pointed out, like I'm always like hunched over, but
same.
Yeah, but I mean I feel like that's just how I'm comfortable, but it's little things where like she's like, not even just her, like I mean this people point little things out, and like I let them get to me because I know that like I can like improve on them and do them differently.
As artists, we are our biggest critics because we know what our art has the potential to be, and then it's like sometimes it won't be where we want it to be, but at that time we should appreciate what we make. That's how I feel. Like, yeah, there's no such thing as the perfect song. It's not, because like music itself is opinionated. Mm-hmm. So like, for instance, some people don't like Marvel films. Me, I'm a big ass Marvel nerd who's been like buying comics since I was in high school and shit. So it's like, I'm all over them, like over analytical, like, yo, this didn't happen, I'm mad, da da da. Like, but generally, I just feel like art should be appreciated the way it is, and like everything can grow. So like I've been struggling with that pressure too, but I've been coming to realize like it's okay to just be how I am. Yeah. Because somebody like it.
Right. Yeah.
Somebody like it. Yeah. As long as you like it though, that's the main thing.
And also you're also like, you and I and any creative are just ever evolving, and we are constantly like I think that we have to be our biggest critics, because it's better to take criticism from ourselves rather than looking to what other people try to point out, because it's like sure, like second opinions are definitely valued, but but at the end of the day, like like how to be true to yourself, and what direction like you want to go with it, and you can kind of take it or leave it when it comes to like what other people have to say, but you're always ever evolving in the sense that like you're always we're constantly being exposed to different experiences. We're growing as people, we get new ideas, we get new sources of inspiration, and that is what will gradually like your craft grows with you in that way.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I want to talk about your album, because seriously, like I like it so much. Smoking Song, it's such a fucking good ass song. Shout out Niall. Niall's on that album.
Niall. What up, little bro?
Yeah.
And Will, you smell like turkey bacon.
Hey man, yo, turkey bacon is slapped on.
It's funny because like a while back when me and Will were like doing like Ugly Season 1, I did a hashtag Will Smell Like Turkey Bacon repeatedly whenever I like did something, and like if you clicked on Will Smell Like Turkey Bacon, it'd be a bunch of our songs. It was like, it worked it out perfect because I love fucking with Will. That's my brother.
Right.
Shout out Will on Water, or Will the Glide.
Yeah. Dude,
that man is an outstanding human being.
Yeah, for sure. I want to also give it to Niall for just how he interacts with the crowd when he performs, because I saw him at 414 Day on Cactus Club, and like dude, like when I interviewed him after the show, he made such a great point about how like whether it's 2 or 10 or 200 people you're performing to, like you got to give it your all like every time. And like I just admire that mentality so much because, you know.
Yeah, that man is amazing. I love Niall. I love his music, man.
Yeah.
Every time I talk to him, I always like hit him up randomly while I'm drunk. Like, hey, bro, I fucking love your music, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Fat Nerds.
Yeah. And hey, bro, I dubbed you in 2K. What's up?
Yep. Hey, he said it on record. So
That's
like,
how nigga does.
yeah. Right. But so I want to kind of like break down your album a little bit, like song by song, and I want to, I guess, like I want you to like describe sort of just like the emotions and like the just sort of like the thematic material behind like each track and like, you know, what was going through your head like with everything that was you know, that's on that album.
For sure. So, you want me to?
Go right in.
Alright. So, Rose Gold and Hello. A beat made by Main Key. Austin.
Shout out Austin Mankey.
Yeah, shout out Austin Mankey.
He just got a job in LA. It's pretty remarkable.
Yeah, when he first, like, I went to the studio he had that was like on right there by River West Public House. I forget what street it is, but he was making it, and like the whole time I was just thinking like, damn, this sounds like some kind of weird acid trip. So like the first half, it's kind of like, I see, I've been feeling like a rose and all that, and then like I ended it with Tap of Lucy on the tongue, which is basically another word for it, and like I just have fun with it because that like little bridge where it's like weird noises and stuff like that does feel like an acid trip.
Mm-hmm.
And like I actually listened to the album like while tripping, and it was like great. I like fucking love that part. So it was like I kind of make music for myself to enjoy.
Yeah.
And it's just like other people happen to like it too.
Yeah.
Like, so that's.
I think that's a good mindset to have, you know, you have to like your own shit.
I'm kind of my biggest fan sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm also like my biggest hater, like by far. But so that one kind of like trailed off, and like I was kind of rapping about myself, I guess, and just like really just coming back from like dropping a LP that I really liked at the time but knew I could do better, and I really took my time with this project, and like that actually was the second to last song recorded, but it felt right for an intro for me, and then it like kind of pauses, and then like Rose Gold and then Smoke Song was on so perfectly afterwards. Like I think this is the first time when I worked on that album, I worked on the transitions, like how each song would go into each other. Like I don't care if somebody listened to it on shuffle, but like I wanted to make sure that if you listen to it from start to finish, like I do, like whenever I hear a new album, I like smoke and listen to it at the same time, and then I will listen to it again and like look at the lyrics to like really kind of understand it, like especially if it's like somebody I really am excited about. Like on the 17th, I'm gonna do that for Tyler. But so next goes in the Smoke Song, which is a song about weed. I love weed. I'm high right now. I fucking it's a beautiful. Yeah. So it's just like I don't want to get high to escape it, like escape life's problem. I like getting high just because it's fun. Like it's just something I've done.
So on that topic, because it's different for everybody, do you like smoke routinely? Like I know some people that like wake and bake like every day, or they smoke before they go to sleep, or they just smoke at really fixed times of day. Like, is that kind of the thing for you?
Nah, I don't like going on a schedule. I don't want to feel like it like controls me. Like, oh, it's 7 o'clock, I need to smoke. It's 4:20. Nah, like I would rather be like, yo, I feel like getting high right now, so I'll just do it. Like when I wake up, sometimes I just lay in my bed and just scroll. And like if I don't have to go to work, nap time, I kind of just like will probably sit down and like watch shit I've been trying to watch, but I've been working all the times I haven't had a chance to. Like I've been watching a series called Cloak and Dagger. Okay. It's made like by Marvel's on Hulu. Yeah. Like it's hour-long episodes, and like they only come out so often, and I let them stack up because I work all the time, and I never really have a set time to like fucking relax. But when I do, I can sit there, watch that, and like also once I get bored of that, work on something else and like that, like, and then I just so happen to smoke. So like, smoking's not like routine for me. It's just like, I don't want to always like be high 24/7.
Yeah,
Like, I
yeah.
love being high.
Sure.
Like, if you do it too much, then you got a tolerance, and I got a lot more. But, like, I always have it around, I guess. So I just whenever the fuck I feel like it.
Yeah, that's how I'm with coffee. Like, I do have to say, like, coffee is sort of like a catalyst for me starting my day. So, like, when I wake up, my first instinct is to always, like, start the coffee pod and, like, you know, I always start my day with coffee. But are you a coffee drinker?
I used to drink coffee all the time. Like, I started in high school. I was in this club where we would watch the Daily Show before school. Like, we'd get there like an hour early, watch the Daily Show before school.
Yeah.
Like, one teacher's like at least 12 of us. And we were always like really close with the teacher or whatever. Like, I was a nerd back in high school. I was straight up like nerd who did sports, who skated. Like, I just didn't really care about like the whole like trying to be popular type shit. But then I'm sorry, I drone on sometimes, but like coffee, I quit like about a year ago because like I'm already hyperactive as fuck, and like sometimes my attention span just like be all over the place, and coffee just makes me like worse. So I
Sure.
just decided not to do that.
Yeah, and some people get that. I'm that way with weed. Like, so weed gives me like really bad paranoia and anxiety. So I haven't smoked weed since I was 18, but I still like absolutely respect like anyone who uses it, because like people that don't drink coffee because it makes them too anxious, but that doesn't happen to me. So
I didn't start smoking weed till I was 18. Dude, I grew up in a church home. Like,
yeah, right. Yeah, I was in high school, like I was kind of an edgy teenager and thinking that like on the weekends I want to smoke weed with my friends and go to Taco Bell. And that was a good chunk of high school for me. But
I was Naruto running, doing jerk moves with my friends. Like,
yeah,
it would be a fight. We just started playing music, started recording, started jerking while people fighting in the back.
yeah,
It
yeah.
was a fun time.
Word. So back to your album. So smoking songs.
Smoking songs,
So
just a song purely about marijuana and like just enjoying it. And then that leads into Codename 64, produced by Q the Sun. Shout out Q the Sun. That be fire. Everything you make fire. I fuck with you from long way.
Yeah.
But with that one, I just kind of like wanted to just rap, but like I kind of sort of went on like a theme kind of tangent. Like first one was kind of like an introduction of how the song's gonna be, and then I started like kind of focusing on like nerd bars, like talking about Thanos with a darker dough, on the shit like I'm Hoagie Gilligan or something like that. I can't remember it right now. Like, I was
Yeah.
talking about number 2 from Codename Codename Ugly Next Door.
Yeah.
And then like the last one was kind of like the druggy, like acid smoking and shit like that. And like it was just kind of like a trifecta kind of thing. And then that goes into Game Station, which is with me and Wolf the Man. Shout out Wolf the Man. It's my brother.
Yeah.
And it was fun right now because we have a song called Black and White where we went back and forth, which was easy because like I would write my verse and then he would write his verse.
Yeah.
And then I see what he would write about and I write my verse and then like we go back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
But like we never had no like real fucking subject matter. This one I was like, let's challenge ourselves and do nothing but video game bars. So Game Stations from start to finish, nothing but video game bars. Like part for part you can differentiate from video game. Like niggas like boo, they won't face you. Beat on my chest like I'm Kid Boo, 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 boo. Niggas like boo, they won't face you. Boo from Mario. Beat on my chest like I'm Kid Boo. Any Dragon Ball Z game. It's kind of a cheat. Dragon Ball is a cheat though. Dragon Ball like Pokemon's a real cop out.
I gotta do that. On that topic, I was never like a Yu-Gi-Oh, Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon kid. None of those three I ever like got into. I don't know why, but I was just always like, man, I was so head over heels on like Nickelodeon. That was like all I watched when I was growing up.
Danny Phantom was cold.
Danny Phantom is so cold. Dude, Danny Phantom is so underrated. That is, man, on that note, Danny Phantom was probably like the last like really solid like Nickelodeon cartoon. Like think that was like 2004 or some shit. But like, Danny Phantom was super dope. And then, do you have other cult good ones you liked?
Oh,
Well,
yeah, Invader Zim.
Invaders.
Fucking Avatar. I like.
Yeah.
I was more of a Cartoon Network kind of.
Oh,
I was
okay, sure.
Ed and Eddie, Ben 10.
Right.
Fucking, but I was all over the place though, because I was watching Disney to watch whatever the fuck, American Dragon and shit like that. Like, I was big on cartoons.
I was-
Camp Laszlo.
Yeah.
Growing up, I fucking would watch that all the time. I hated Code Lyoko. It's this weird ass dumb show that's like kind of stupid. That's my only description I have for it. I
Sure.
don't like that show.
Well, that is fair, because that describes a lot of fucking cartoons that manifested after like that mid 2000s time. But
I will say, post cartoon wise, at least I haven't been watching them as much, but Adventure Time. It ended, but that's like,
Dude,
hands down one
so
of the best cartoons of all time.
that's on my list. I need to watch Adventure Time. I've heard it's a really amazing show.
It is. I've been watching it from start to finish, like as it comes out. Great. Another one, Steven Universe.
Okay.
Really good. I kind of fell off. I'm a season or two behind, but it's
Sure.
really good. Some of these really like touch you. Like I get emotionally invested
Yeah.
with shows. I don't know. It's kind of soft for me.
So so going into adult cartoons, like have you watched like BoJack Horseman?
I literally watch Family Guy almost every night, and like they have a new season out, and the last episode that just came out is hands down the most funniest thing I've ever seen. I took
Really?
an edible, so it's probably why I was laughing so hard. But I've never cried from laughing from fucking Family Guy. Like I was on the ground, I had to stop it, replay it. Like, yo, they really fucking went there. Like, yo, it was so fucking good, like,
Dude. No, that's interesting you said that, because like I was a huge fucking Family Guy dude, like in middle school and like into high school, like, but then like come around 2010 2011 was like I kind of stopped watching Family Guy, and I also I was a big South Park guy too.
I stopped watching South Park. I couldn't do it.
No?
I don't know why. Like it's good, but once I heard like the PC shit, I was like, all right, I'm lost. I don't care. Like,
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
And granted, like, I did revisit South Park when that PC shit came, and like, I do think some of the social commentaries on in South Park that have resurfaced are pretty funny, but Family Guy, like, I never really like picked back up on. I love all the old episodes, but like, I haven't watched any of the new stuff going on. So now that you brought that point up, I guess Family Guy's funny. Like again, like Seth MacFarlane.
This season alone, like I can't speak for everybody else's humor for the rest, but like this season alone has been the best. It's been like offensive, but not too offensive. But it's been funny. It's been crazy, stupid, all over the place. I like watching funny shit when I'm high.
And that's the thing is, I feel like South Park, like especially this past season, is almost getting like too offensive, where to the point where I feel like the creators are just trying their best to get canceled. Like I'm not even kidding. Like I'm not gonna go into detail on that, but let's go back. So nudge it.
No, I was just like moving it so it would fall off the table.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. we like existentially feel like it's tilting or something. It's gonna fall off the table.
Yeah. Paranoid.
So the rest of the album.
So we're at Game Station.
Yeah.
So after Game Station, that leads into Time Dreams. Bullshit, I believe. Yeah, it does. And that one actually, at first, wasn't 3 songs in one. Like they were like kind of separate songs. But
Sure.
like, so I made Bullshit first, and then then Time, then Dreams. And I had them placed in different parts, and Bullshit was actually attached to the end of Egress. But then I realized, like, oh wait, well let me like switch it around this way because it sounds better. But like, so Time, literally about my fucking life. Like I work all the fucking time. I barely have any time for myself, and it fucking sucks. It fucks up my social life. I don't get sleep. I want to do shit, you know what I mean? Like I want to work on music. I'm working on music now. Like even after I dropped the album, I never stopped working on stuff. Like because I genuinely love making music and shit. But like I don't really have the time to like always be able to play around with producing or try to get my time in with video games because I do care about that shit, or fucking catch up with manga or watch shows that I'll fucking watch. Because it's like I don't know how to like properly manage everything I want to do. But like lately I've been really good at that. But like this song was just kind of like me trying to get out that stress that I don't have time, and it fucking sucks. Like it really fucking sucks working like because I'm life for some reason always throws bullshit in your way where you have to struggle more than you need it, and like I'm trying to get over those humps, and it just feel like it's a struggle. But that song is basically about that struggle. It kind of triggers me thinking about like how much time I don't have. Like today is my first off day in 14 days.
It's
and
wild. I
don't know when my next foreseeable one is, when I'll be able to watch Endgame for the second time because I don't have time. I was probably gonna go today, but I got shit I gotta work on. Music wise, it's more important.
Yeah.
But okay, and then Dreams. It just when Nate made, because Nate made all three of those, Swim, and when that song right, like when he made that song for me right, like in front of me, I just like kind of like fell in love with it, and like for some reason I just kind of want to have like the Cuddy hum-esque feel, because like Cuddy is like one of my biggest inspirations. But like it just really felt right, because like when the beat comes in, I feel like your dreams, I'm trying to take you to the dream. Like it just really felt like kind of the melancholy of life and just enjoying it. And then the lyrics is basically speaking how I feel about it. Like, but then Bullshit, which derives from, it had a sample in it from a beat tape me and Nate made before. I had freestyled over like some Jay-Z sample thing, he did it, and like he made another beat sampling that sample that I made. And then originally it was his song, and then like I'm kind of a bully towards him, so I was like, hey bro, I'm using this now. He was like, alright, but like he hasn't like really been like moving forward on like a lot of stuff. He like makes a lot of stuff, and like no disrespect, Nate, but you need to work on your shit more. I'm out of you, nigga. But but like it's all love and respect. It's like I love that man to death, and like he'll like bend backwards like to help me, like artist wise, like to help me. Like he loves my music. I love his production. Like he's an amazing fucking producer, and like I'm kind of like always kind of bullying him to make him like make more music, because he kind of like has other stuff going on in his life and shit. Right. So and like I get it. Like I can never force anybody, but like I just we work so well together. Like that's a great friend. But like Bullshit basically is just a jumble of like emotions, I feel like. But I love it. That's probably Time, Dreams, Bullshit is probably my favorite song off the album. Well, trifecta song off the album. Sure. And it's a nod at Tyler because that's my favorite artist. But I always really like having 2-in-1 songs. Like it's not my first time doing that. It's just something I always really like doing. Totally. After that, I listened to Egress. Egress means exit. I learned that from an Adventure Time episode. Oh. And it's just me trying to like escape, like exit from the bad thoughts that I feel, like demons I'm gonna fight. Like it's like my second favorite song on the project. It's just like I'm expelling all the hate, all the fucking bad emotions I have, and just like kind of like redirecting into something more positive and more lucrative, where like I can buy my mom a Bentley for some shit like that.
I can only wish. Mom, I know you're gonna watch this, but Mom, if I ever have the means to buy you a Bentley or some other, some other high-end automobile, man, I can only imagine. But but I know I get that. You like, especially because like I'm really close to my mother, and you want to give back. Like, you really have that drive to give back.
Because, like, I didn't live with my mom at first. I lived with my granddad. So, like, I always, like, really admire my mom. And, like, we talk all the time. Like I told you earlier, I smoke with my mom today. Yup, I smoke with my mom.
Yeah, dude.
Hey, Mom, I'm sorry, but I'm not.
That is so dope, though. That is
Like,
so dope.
She called me when I was 18. I kind of told her myself, and then from there she was like, "Well, you rolling my blunts now, nigga." So like, it like from there we was, yeah. So
Yeah.
she called me when I first started. It was like
Right.
bad timing,
Yeah.
but my mom also looks out for me and like make sure that like, that's the only thing I'm doing. So I don't do acid or shrooms, mom. I promise.
Yeah, right. But no, but I get that though. Like, I feel that we need to looking out for our creators, man. Like, mothers. Shout out all mothers out there, man.
Shout out moms, y'all's important.
Yeah, man. Like,
For real, like
moms. Like, all of the nurturing and the just the rationality that mothers have provided in many of our lives, like it's timeless, man. And every like things that like mothers provide is like it's really slept on.
All right, so Rose Gold and Goodbye. First song recorded on the album.
Well,
Yes, crazy.
did you know it was going to be the last one?
Did not. Really did not. Started as an intro, but it wasn't the first recorded because I had to like figure out some other stuff. Like I have deleted the whole second half of it where I made a new half, and then like, well, Nate made the first half, and then Mammoth made the secret track at the end. But in between, like, so the first verse was all Nate, and then like the second verse of the first song, where it's like when there's like horns and stuff coming in and synths and shit, that was all me. Like I just built it on what he made. But that song is about just like, it starts off talking about the death of my granddad, and how I haven't been back to Detroit since then, and like how it like kind of seemed spiraling down like a dark path. And then Will comes in saying, "Fuck that, bro. I know how I feel for you, bro, but we want to hear you rap, bro. Like, fuck all that." And then like, I just try to rap and just like, really like, I want to buy my mama a Beamer, Benz, and Bentley, and like everything. Like I just want to like really just flex and like go hard for it. And then like the second half is still like me like affirming like, yo, I'm gonna be okay. And then like the second half comes in, this track produced by Charles, and it's like me being more emotionally vulnerable, talking about like how I was suicidal kind of at some point, because I do go through a lot of shit that I don't want to go into, but like it's just like, it was like reaffirming that like I don't need nobody's cosign because I love myself.
Yeah.
And like, who gonna love me more than I love myself? Because if somebody loves me more than they love myself, more than I love myself, that's a problem.
Yeah, man. That hits hard, and many of us have been there, myself included. You know, I've been in that point too. And when people are pointing out the value of yourself more than you can do for yourself, then that's like, for one, that's just like a real, it's just a big sort of wake up call about like that something within you is haywire, something about your lifestyle needs, you know, it requires attention, and just you really need to do something about you and the way you're living your life that affects your outlook on yourself that needs to change. And I think a lot of us go through that, especially like, you know, in our generation, but I think that's a powerful like final note that your album, you know, ends on. And I also like knowing these like personal themes that go into like a lot of these songs, whether it's like sort of like the more like surface level stuff like Smoking Song, where it's just a song admiring admiring the herbal remedy, but then like the way like it ends, there you go, but then the way it ends with such a personal and also just like emotional theme, and bring your vulnerabilities out to a song. So like, are you much of a performer?
I used to perform all the time, like with Will, way back when, but I kind of, like, how can I say this? I just kind of got tired of doing like the same areas that I was performing, so I wanted to sit back, work on my craft, and get more shit. And like, I was performing during my mixtape era. Now that I'm in like my album era, I want to do more performance. I have a performance coming up on the 15th at a tavern. It's right under Turner Hall. It's a restaurant.
Oh yeah.
It's more of a paid gig, but like still, like,
yeah.
It's like my first performance in a while. And last time I performed was like Arte per Totos last year, and that was great. But I'm trying to get back into it. Like, I'll definitely be on the scene more and trying to do more shows. It's just me and Will both decided that we wanted to sit back and like kind of work on our craft and like do more original stuff and like get actual content out. Because once the content's there, then the performance is even be even better. Because like, I don't want to limit myself to doing like the stuff I was doing before. And like, I'm just trying to grow and like have a lot more to roll out. But like, I was talking to Will today, and like he literally was like, "Hey, bro, just remember, like," and he clicked on his watch, like, "We ain't got that much time, bro. So like, you definitely finna see me and Will more. You definitely finna see me and Will more coming soon. Like, Ugly World."
Yeah.
Like, I'm taking this very serious. I'm working on like something kind of weird. I'm not gonna go into it too much because I might reveal some shit, but I'm working on something right now, like to A, kind of help push Rose Gold a little more, and B, work on the next stuff, because like I am still working on music.
Yeah, right.
That's all I really care about right now is like the content, and then once I feel comfortable with the content and like I can kind of create, and I'm kind of working more where I can reduce and like create more weirder shows, because like it's one thing to just rap your songs, but like I want to give experiences. Every time I've seen like artists, they have like a whole fucking experience. Like I saw Travis this year, I saw Trippie Redd this year, I saw Vince Staples this year.
Yeah.
And if I had to rank it, it was Travis, Vince Staples, and Trippie Redd. Like Trippie Redd was nice because it's like he rapped half of his songs, then like stopped the song and sung it with the crowd. But he did that multiple times, and I was high as fuck, so I was dry mouth, and I was kind of upset about that. Like, I'm singing along a little too much, bro. Like, I fuck with your music heavy, but come on. But like, not to take away from that, because I still fuck with it.
Yeah,
I still fuck with it, but that was just me complaining because I'm like dry mouth. But Vince always had. That was my fourth time seeing Vince, and like he always gives a fucking like wonderful performance in my eyes. And Travis, his whole fucking set was just like so custom and so like tailored to his performance, and it was like so beautiful. Like he did Stop Trying to Be God, and like he was standing there and it's just like a cross hologram on his chest just chilling. Like that level of preparedness is where I want to be at before I feel more comfortable doing shows. But like I still have to just get back in there, so I'm definitely working my way back in there. But I just want to create and give away experiences rather than just perform, because it's one thing to rap your songs and it's another thing to like perform your songs. Like, and I'm a artsy type kind of guy. I want to like really roll out and have fun.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like the live aspect definitely like brings, you know, a different kind of humanity to your songs, and like just how you present them on stage and how you interact with the crowd with them, how you order them, even like those little things. Like
it leaves an experience. It's just like crowd control is a weird thing, because like a lot of people these days too don't want to like do stuff because like you kind of look cool and shit. But like I love, like whenever I go to a show, like I love to like perform, like jump around, do shit. Like at Travis shit, I hopped in up like 12 different mosh pits. I'm 25 now, I shouldn't be doing it. But like it was an interesting process, and I fucking love the whole show. Like, so I want to like leave people like that, like awestruck. Like when I saw Cuddy, I was awestruck, and I saw him twice. Like both times, I was just like left in whoa. Like Tyler, I've seen 3 times. Last time, I'm not gonna lie, I cried because he did my favorite song, I Fucking Hate You. That shit has an emotional attachment. I was going through some shit when that song came out. And I know it word for word, and I rapped that shit hard as fuck. Like I was, like that's my favorite artist. Like Tyler, Cuddy, Vince, top 3.
So that being said, if you, given your own like rap style / brand, if you could collab with any big name artist?
Jaden Smith.
Why?
I love Jaden Smith. I love his music. I love everything about that man. Jaden Smith. Also, Tyler most likely, but and if anything from Cuddy, if he hummed, I would be humbled because like Cuddy was my number one growing up all my life.
Yeah.
Tyler kind of just like toppled that, and like I'm really excited to see what he finna drop. But like Cuddy will always be like a legend in my eyes. Like I don't even think I would like. I hate to be that kid. Be like, without Cuddy, I wouldn't be here. So, like, I'm definitely one of those kids.
Yeah.
Man on the Moon 2 saved my life, and that shit kind of helped me get towards music too, especially more artistic route, because Cuddy's artistic.
Yeah. All right. YL64, Chris Cunningham. All right, Chris. Closing questions. What keeps you up at night?
Wondering if Kanye is really gonna run for president in 2020.
Damn, that's real. I still no one fucking knows. Is he?
I don't know, and like I don't know, Sunday service is kind of swaying me, but
Yeah. Fair. What puts you to sleep?
no. Weed? I don't know.
Right. I kind of knew you were gonna say that. Yeah. Fair.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's go.
shit.
Oh my God.
Yeah, dude. Well, thanks for being on the show. The great episode. Great to chat. All right. Listen to Rose Gold Mutt because it is one of the finest hip hop albums coming out of Milwaukee in this year of 2019. YL64, remember. All right. Thank you for watching, Mr. Nice Guy. We'll see you soon.